The Thanksgiving dinner at Kim Kardashian's Hidden Hills mansion was supposed to be a celebration of family unity. Instead, it became the night that would tear the Kardashian West empire apart forever. Kanye West, seated at the head of the table, suddenly stood up, his phone in hand, his face twisted with rage and betrayal. "You want to know why Adidas really dropped Yeezy?" Kanye's voice cut through the holiday chatter. "Ask Travis. Ask my own family how they sold me out for 30 pieces of silver." Travis Scott, who had been quietly cutting his turkey, froze mid-motion. Kylie Jenner's face went pale. Kim Kardashian's perfectly composed expression cracked for just a moment. The room fell silent except for the sound of Northwest asking, "Daddy, what's wrong?" What Kanye revealed next, showing emails and contracts on his phone screen to the stunned family gathering, would not only expose the real reason behind Yeezy's downfall, but would also reveal a betrayal so deep, so calculated, that it would destroy the Kardashian family's carefully crafted image forever. Hidden in those documents was proof that Travis Scott, the man who called Kanye family, had orchestrated the biggest corporate backstab in fashion history, with Kim Kardashian's full knowledge and participation. Before we dive into this explosive family betrayal that shocked the business world, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. This story will change how you see celebrity families and business forever. Comment below if you suspected there was more to the Yeezy-Adidas split than anti-Semitism. The story begins in early 2022, when Kanye West's Yeezy brand was at its absolute peak. The partnership with Adidas had generated over $2 billion in annual revenue, making it one of the most successful celebrity collaborations in history. Kanye had transformed from a rapper into a fashion mogul, and his influence extended far beyond music. But success breeds envy, even within families. Travis Scott, despite his own successful music career and Nike partnership, had always lived in Kanye's shadow when it came to fashion and business. Dating Kylie Jenner had brought him into the Kardashian inner circle, but he was still seen as Kylie's boyfriend, rather than a power player in his own right. Travis had been pitching his own ideas to major brands for years, a former associate revealed. But everyone compared him to Kanye. "Why would we need another rapper designer when we have Yeezy?" That's what he kept hearing. It ate at him. The turning point came in March 2022, during a private meeting at Adidas headquarters in Germany. Unbeknownst to Kanye, Travis had been secretly flown in by Adidas executives who were growing concerned about Kanye's increasingly erratic behavior and controversial statements. The Adidas board was looking for an insurance policy, an insider from the meeting revealed. They loved the Yeezy revenue, but they were terrified of Kanye's unpredictability. They wanted someone who could step in if things went south. The meeting, recorded for legal purposes by Adidas, captured a conversation that would later prove devastating. Adidas executive, "Travis, we need to be frank. Kanye is becoming a liability. We need someone ready to fill that gap if necessary." "Travis, I hear you. But he's family. I can't just." "Executive, we're not asking you to do anything. Just be ready. And perhaps, help us understand his mindset better. Keep us informed." "Travis, and if I do." "Executive, let's just say Cactus Jack could become the new Yeezy. Bigger, even. We're talking about a 10-year deal worth potentially $3 billion. The recording revealed Travis's moment of hesitation, followed by his fateful words, "What do you need to know?" What followed was a systematic campaign of intelligence gathering and sabotage. Travis, using his position within the family, began feeding Adidas information about Kanye's plans, his mental state, and most crucially, his growing frustration with the brand's control over his designs. But Travis wasn't acting alone. The conspiracy went deeper, involving the person Kanye trusted most, Kim Kardashian. Kim's involvement began innocuously. She was concerned about Kanye's behavior, his public outbursts, and the impact on their children. When Travis approached her in April 2022 with concerns about Kanye's stability, she was receptive. Travis played it perfectly, a family insider revealed. He positioned himself as worried about Kanye, concerned about the kids. He knew exactly which buttons to push with Kim. What Kim didn't know initially was that Travis was recording their conversations and sharing them with Adidas executives. These recordings painted a picture of Kanye as unstable, unpredictable, and heading for a major breakdown. The evidence Kanye discovered included a particularly damaging email from Kim to an Adidas board member, dated June 2022. I share your concerns about Ye's recent behavior. As his former partner and mother of his children, I believe it might be in everyone's best interest if Adidas had contingency plans. Travis Scott would be an excellent choice to continue the urban luxury streetwear legacy with a more stable approach. The email, which Kim would later claim was taken out of context, effectively gave Adidas the family's blessing to move forward with replacing Kanye. But the betrayal went even deeper. Travis and Kim had secretly incorporated a company called New Wave Fashion Holdings in Delaware, with a subsidiary in Switzerland. The purpose? To be ready to immediately take over Yeezy's supply chain and design team the moment Adidas pulled the trigger. They had been recruiting Yeezy employees for months, a former Yeezy designer revealed. We were getting calls asking if we'd be interested in new opportunities if things changed. We thought it was just headhunters, but it was Travis's people, funded by Kim. The plan accelerated in September 2022, as Kanye's public statements became increasingly controversial. But what the public didn't know was that some of these controversies were being deliberately amplified by a PR firm secretly hired by Travis and Kim. They would take something Kanye said and make sure it got maximum negative coverage, a PR insider revealed. They had relationships with journalists, bloggers, influencers. The goal was to make Adidas feel they had no choice but to act. The smoking gun was a WhatsApp conversation between Travis and Kim from October 2022, just days before Kanye's most controversial statements. Travis, the German board is ready to move. They just need one more push. Kim, I've arranged for him to do that podcast next week. He always speaks freely there. Travis, perfect. I've already shown them the preliminary designs. They love the direction. Kim, just remember our deal. I get 30% of the new company. Travis, of course. Family first, right? When Kanye discovered these messages, along with contracts, emails, and financial documents hidden in Kim's home office, the full scope of the betrayal became clear. His own family had orchestrated his downfall, using his trust and access against him. The Thanksgiving confrontation was Kanye's moment of revelation. He had spent weeks gathering evidence, hiring private investigators, and piecing together the conspiracy. What he found went beyond business betrayal. It was a complete destruction of family trust. Kim always talked about protecting the children, maintaining stability, Kanye said at the dinner table, his voice breaking. But she was planning to steal their father's legacy and give it to her sister's boyfriend. Travis attempted to defend himself. You were spiraling. Someone had to think about the future. My future, Kanye shouted. You were thinking about your future. You used my connections, my designs, my team, and plotted to take everything I built. The evidence Kanye presented was overwhelming. He showed contracts where Travis had already negotiated manufacturing deals in Italy using Yeezy's suppliers. He revealed emails where Kim had suggested specific controversial topics for Kanye to discuss, knowing it would damage his reputation. Most damaging was a recording from Travis's phone, accidentally uploaded to the cloud, where he bragged to friends. Yeezy is done. By next year, it'll be Cactus Jack running the game. I learned everything from Ye. Now I'm going to do it better. And with Kim's connections and my stability, Adidas is ready to make us bigger than Yeezy ever was. The family dinner erupted into chaos. Kris Jenner, who had been quietly observing, finally spoke. Travis, Kim, is this true? Kim's response revealed her cold calculation. Mom, it's business. Kanye was going to destroy everything anyway. We just protected the family's interests. But Kanye had one more bombshell. He revealed that Kylie Jenner, Travis's partner and mother of his children, had been unaware of the plot. Travis had been lying to her too, using their relationship as cover while betraying her sister's ex-husband. Kylie's reaction was volcanic. You used me? You used our relationship to destroy my family. The revelation shattered the Kardashian-Jenner facade of family unity. Kylie immediately left with her children, refusing to speak to Travis. The other family members were forced to choose sides, creating a rift that would never heal. In the days following the Thanksgiving disaster, more details emerged. Financial forensics revealed that Travis and Kim had already received $50 million from Adidas as a consulting fee for their intelligence and assistance in managing Kanye's exit. The German company, realizing their involvement in corporate espionage was about to be exposed, quickly distanced themselves from Travis. The promised $3 billion deal evaporated overnight. Internal Adidas emails leaked showing executives panicking. If this gets out, we're finished. Cut all ties with Scott immediately. Destroy all communications. But it was too late. Kanye's legal team had already filed lawsuits in multiple jurisdictions, alleging corporate conspiracy, theft of trade secrets, and tortious interference. The lawsuit sought $2 billion in damages and included Adidas, Travis Scott, and Kim Kardashian as defendants. The fashion industry reacted with shock and disgust. Major brands that had been courting Travis immediately withdrew their interest. His Nike deal came under scrutiny, with sources suggesting the company was looking for ways to exit the relationship without legal exposure. Travis went from being the next big thing to being radioactive, a fashion executive commented. Nobody wants to work with someone who betrayed family for money. It's the ultimate sin in an industry built on relationships. The impact on Kim Kardashian was equally devastating. Her carefully cultivated image as a supportive co-parent and business mogul crumbled. Schemes faced boycotts as fans expressed their disgust. Her law career ambitions were derailed as ethics questions arose about her involvement in corporate espionage. Internal family communications leaked to the press revealed the extent of the damage. Kourtney Kardashian texted her sisters, "I always knew Kim was calculating, but this is beyond anything I imagined. She destroyed Kanye for money." Khloe added, "Travis, I can understand. He was always an outsider trying to get in. But Kim? She has children with Kanye. How could she?" Even Kris Jenner, the ultimate manager, couldn't spin this scandal. Her attempts to control the narrative failed as more evidence emerged daily. The Kardashian brand, built on family loyalty and female empowerment, was exposed as a facade hiding ruthless ambition. The legal proceedings revealed even more shocking details. Travis had been providing Adidas with Kanye's medical information, obtained through Kim, to build a case for mental instability. They had documentation of his medication schedules, therapy sessions, and private medical diagnoses. This wasn't just business betrayal, Kanye's lawyer stated. This was an attempt to destroy a man using his mental health struggles against him. It's the cruelest form of exploitation. The discovery process uncovered a Project Icarus folder on Travis's computer containing detailed plans for the Yeezy takeover. Phase 1. Gain Kanye's trust and access to business operations. Phase 2. Document instability and create evidence for Adidas. Phase 3. Prepare shadow company to take over operations. Phase 4. Trigger separation through controversial statements. Phase 5. Launch Cactus Jack as Yeezy replacement. Each phase had been meticulously executed, with Kim providing crucial inside information and influence. The public response was overwhelming. #Justice for Kanye trended globally as fans rallied around the rapper. Despite his controversial statements, people recognized that he had been victimized by those closest to him. Travis Scott's career imploded. Concert venues canceled bookings. Streaming numbers plummeted. His Astroworld tragedy, which had already damaged his reputation, combined with this betrayal to make him one of the most hated figures in entertainment. During a desperate attempt at damage control, Travis appeared on a podcast, trying to explain his actions. "I was thinking about the culture. Yeezy was important, and I wanted to preserve it. Kanye was destroying his own legacy." The interviewer's response was cutting. "So you decided to steal it instead?" Travis had no answer. Kim Kardashian's attempts to justify her actions were equally unsuccessful. A leaked therapy session recording revealed her true motivations. "I was tired of being in his shadow. Even divorced, everything I did was compared to him. This was my chance to finally be free, to build something without his influence." Her therapist's response, "By destroying him?" Kim's silence spoke volumes. The scandal deepened when it was revealed that other Kardashian business ventures had been positioned to benefit from Yeezy's downfall. Kendall Jenner's 818 Tequila had mysteriously secured distribution deals that had previously been reserved for Kanye's planned beverage line. Khloe's Good American had poached key Yeezy retail partnerships. The entire family was in on different levels, an investigator revealed. Maybe not the full conspiracy, but they all knew something was coming and positioned themselves to benefit. The legal ramifications were severe. Adidas faced shareholder lawsuits for their role in the conspiracy. German prosecutors opened an investigation into corporate espionage. Travis and Kim faced potential criminal charges for theft of trade secrets. But the personal cost was even higher. Kanye's children were caught in the middle, confused and hurt by their parents' war. Northwest, old enough to understand, reportedly refused to speak to her mother for months. "You tried to destroy Daddy," she said in a family therapy session that was later leaked. "You're supposed to protect our family, not break it." The extended family splintered. Kylie completely cut off Travis, filing for sole custody of their children. She also distanced herself from Kim, unable to forgive the betrayal of using her relationship as cover. In a revealing interview, Kylie said, "I thought I knew Travis. I thought I knew my sister. But they both played me. They used my love, my trust, as a weapon against family. That's unforgivable." The fashion industry began to reevaluate the entire Yeezy situation. Major designers spoke out about the ethics of what had happened. Virgil Abloh's estate released a statement he had written before his death, warning about the dangers of betrayal in the industry. As the lawsuits progressed, more evidence emerged. Travis had been planning to literally copy Yeezy designs, with minor modifications. His creative team was essentially a group hired to reverse engineer Kanye's upcoming collections. He had no original ideas, a former team member revealed. The entire business plan was Yeezy but stable. He was going to be a cover band pretending to be original. The financial impact was staggering. Adidas stock dropped 40% as the scandal unfolded. They eventually had to pay Kanye a settlement reported to be over $1 billion to avoid a trial that would have exposed more damaging information. Travis Scott's assets were frozen by the court. His music catalog value plummeted. Brands demanded refunds for failed partnerships. He went from a net worth of $60 million to essentially bankrupt in 6 months. Kim Kardashian's empire also crumbled. Skims' valuation dropped by 70%. Her reality show was canceled as viewers boycotted. Law firms withdrew from associations with her. The woman who had built an empire on her image lost everything when that image was revealed as false. In a final irony, Kanye emerged stronger from the betrayal. Public sympathy, combined with the revelation of how he had been manipulated, led to a re-evaluation of his past actions. Many of his controversial statements were now seen in the context of a man being systematically destroyed by those he trusted. Major fashion houses, previously scared of association, began reaching out. New partnerships emerged, built on transparency and mutual respect. Yeezy was reborn, independent and stronger. "They tried to kill me," Kanye said in his first interview after the scandal. "My own family, the people I loved most. But God had other plans. Sometimes you need to lose everything to find out who you really are." The Thanksgiving revelation became known as the Last Supper in pop culture, marking the end of the Kardashian dynasty's untouchable status. The family that had built an empire on unity and loyalty was exposed as willing to cannibalize their own for profit. As the dust settled, the true cost became clear. Travis Scott became a cautionary tale about ambition without talent. Kim Kardashian became a symbol of betrayal, her name synonymous with corporate backstabbing. The Kardashian brand, once worth billions, became toxic. But perhaps the most tragic outcome was for the children. Storm Webster, Chicago West, and their siblings grew up knowing their parents had chosen money over family. The generational wealth they were supposed to inherit was destroyed by the greed of those who claimed to love them. In the end, Kanye's words at that fateful Thanksgiving dinner proved prophetic. "You can steal my designs, my connections, even my family. But you can't steal my genius. That's mine forever." The man they tried to destroy emerged victorious, while those who betrayed him lost everything. It was the ultimate proof that authenticity, however flawed, will always triumph over calculated deception. If this shocking family betrayal left you speechless, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more explosive celebrity revelations. Comment below, could you ever forgive a betrayal this deep? And remember, in a world of facades, the truth always finds a way to surface.